How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we have another battle with the Walking Wake, Iron Leaves, and Zoroark team. Today we're battling versus Lionel from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Lionel has brought a very powerful looking team. He's got a Garchomp, Greninja, Tyranitar, Amoonguss, Great Tusk, and of course Nine Valiant. I met Richie or Lionel on the Discord server. Looking at his team, he might lead off with Chomp to get Stealth Rocks up. He also might lead off with something like the Amoonguss to get a Spore off, potentially. Great Tusk is also a good lead. I think they probably counter lead us. I'm not really sure what to lead with, to be honest with you. The whole team, though, Walking Wake is going to put a dent in their whole team. Dragon Meteor slash Hydro Steam is hurting the whole team pretty badly, which is great for us, absolutely great for us. So, I might lead off with the Zoroark in disguise. The best thing I'm going to be able to pull off with that is that I'm going to be able to hit the Iron Valiant potentially. So if we lead with that, then lead with Magnezone last, and we make Magnezone the last Pokemon. And then hopefully we'll bait in a fighting type move. That makes sense to me. And the battle begins! So, Richie's going to lead off with Lethal Tusk, the Great Tusk, as we led off with Authority, the Magnezone, who isn't actually a Magnezone, it's the Zoroark. So what we're going to do is, we could sit here and Hyper Voice it into Oblivion if we really wanted to. They probably just go for a Stealth Rocks. They probably expect us to switch out into the Amoonguss right now. This is the only thing I can see Zoroark doing this game. Bitter Malice or Hyper Voice. Bitter Malice will be good because it'll lower their attack stats. Hyper Voice for the most damage. I think lowering their attack stats is going to be pretty useful. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Bitter Malice real quick. There we go. Bitter Malice comes through. Does nothing to them. They are definitely Assault Vested or something like that. As they're going to go for a Body Press, which doesn't work. Just doesn't work. So they are Assault Vest. That's for definite. So what we're going to do now is, because we're expecting, they're probably going to go for a knockoff here. So I'm going to go into either Amoonguss. I think Amoonguss is our best bet. I'm going to go into Amoonguss real quick. I think Amoonguss is the best bet. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. So let's go into Amoonguss real quick. There we go. They go for a knockoff as expected. It's not going to do much to our Amoonguss, of course, especially with their attack dropping like it did. So let's look at their team. They're probably going to their Amoonguss right now to stop a Spore. So I'm actually half tempted to just switch into Torkoal real quick. I think Torkoal's a good one. Torkoal could definitely do some damage there. So, or we could go into our... If we expect the Amoonguss, we go into our Virizion. So they're going to withdraw the Lethal Tusk. Are they going to go into the Amoonguss to stop the Spore? That's the real question. They do go into Amoonguss to stop the Spore. Look at this. I've got a 5-head predicting bloody plays left and right and center. It's crazy. Anyway, Virizion comes in. Looking good, looking good. Let's go for a Psyblade. They can't really switch anything into a Psyblade because we could just switch up moves and go for a Leaf Blade if we really wanted to. So let's go for the Psyblade first and see what they're gonna do. See if they're ballsy enough to bring something else in. So we go for the Psyblade. Absolutely stunning animation right there. As we're gonna do a lot of damage to this thing. As it's going to go for a Spore, which isn't going to work. They probably expected us to switch out again. But no, we are not going to do that. Not this time. So, we've got one of two options. They either let this thing go down, or they try and bring in another Pokemon to take a hit. Looking at their team, they're probably going to bring in either Greninja, probably not Greninja, or the Tyranitar or something along those lines. So I'm going to go for the Leaf Blade. It should KO the Amoonguss. Go for the Leaf Blade. It doesn't even KO the Amoonguss, which is crazy. I overpredicted there. I really overpredicted there. Really overpredicted there. They go for a Foul Play. That's going to take us out. Damn it. So Virizion didn't get to do anything this game, which is a shame. But what can you do about that? You can play better. That's what you could do, Jack. You could definitely play better. I didn't think they would stay in. I thought they'd preserve their Amoonguss because Amoonguss gets regenerated. So when you switch it out, you're going to get all your health back. So I kind of assumed they would do that, but I guess not. Let's go into Dragoon. We'll go into Dragoon over here. Yeah, Walking Wake. There we go. Walking Wake comes in. Let's go for a Hydro Steam just to get some damage off on whatever they bring in. There we go. Go for a Hydro Steam. That's going to take out the Amoonguss. They just really didn't want their Amoonguss around anymore. Clearly they didn't want their Amoonguss around anymore, which is absolutely fine by me, to be honest with you. Absolutely fine by me. In comes the T-Tar. So T-Tar is a good one here for them. They're obviously going to be able to get out Stealth Rocks or whatever they want to go for. I'm thinking we go straight into Torkoal, get rid of the sand. We can Rapid Spin and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into Torkoal real quick. I don't think they would attack us. I definitely want to get the sand disappearing though. So let's go into Smokey real quick. There we go. Into Smokey, get that Drought up. Nice and powerful Sun Drought. They go for an EQ. EQ is going to do some decent damage. That's banded if I've ever seen it. That's banded if I've ever seen it. Oh my lord, that was damage. Let's go into Amoonguss and try and recover this. So they go ahead and withdraw the Tyranitar. What do they go into though? Do they go into the Lethal Tusk? There we go, Lethal Tusk comes in. So this has actually worked out nicely for us. So they're going to get a Photosynthesis boost, which is going to boost their attack defense stat, which is fine by me. We go into our Amoonguss and we should be able to just go for a Grass Knot and take this thing out. So let's go ahead and try that. Oh, it's such a shame that Iron Leaves didn't get to do anything in this game. It didn't get to do anything in the last game either, which is a shame. So anyway, let's go for a Grass Knot and just destroy this Great Tusk's life. So they go for a knockoff, which isn't going to do anything because they'd already knocked off our item. We go for a Grass Knot. It's going to do some solid damage, which is absolutely amazing. Now they haven't really got anything to absorb sleep, so we get a free Spore here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the free Spore off. They go for an EQ to get as much damage off as possible, which makes a lot of sense. I really thought they would switch out. I didn't think they would stay in here to take a Spore or another Grass Knot, to be honest with you. So that's fine by me. Absolutely fine by me. Let's go for a Grass Knot and take this thing out. So I guess I should have just Grass Knot straight away, but I didn't think they would keep Great Tusk in, to be honest with you, after seeing that. So Grass Knot is going to take out the Great Tusk, which is absolutely amazing. Nice and powerful. Amoonguss is nice and powerful. Gotta love it, gotta love it. So, Harsh Sunlight is going to fade because we don't have Heat Rock on the Torkoal for some reason. I just kind of threw this team together in my boxes, to be honest with you. Garchomp comes in. So Garchomp comes in, and now that the Great Tusk is gone, we can go for another Spore. So let's go ahead and go for a Spore real quick. They're going to go for a Fire Blast. Their Special Chomp. That takes out Amoonguss. Oh dear. Was not expecting that. Okay, that's crazy. So anyway, Garchomp's Life Orb, which is good to know. And we still have the Sash on the Zoroark. I say we get the Sun back up with the Torkoal. Get the Sun back up with the Torkoal. We expect an Earth Power / a Earthquake. And we go into our nice and powerful Magnezone, who has the Air Balloon. Or not. Because they've still got T-Tar in the back, haven't they? So we kind of want to preserve this for later. So if we expect an EQ, we can go into Magnezone. And then if we expect a Fire Blast, we can go into Suicune. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. They're actually going to withdraw the Garchomp, which makes a lot of sense, I guess. And they're going to go into their Tyranitar, obviously trying to get the sand back up, which makes a lot of sense as well. It's looking good so far, though. Welking Wake is looking like it can put some real holes in their team. So we withdraw Smokey, of course. And we're going to go straight into our Authority, the Magnezone, with our Air Balloon up. We know they're banded, so we can actually just fire off a Volt Switch right now and get some serious damage off. So let's go for the Volt Switch real quick. They're actually going to Terrestrialize, which is interesting. So what type are they going to Terrestrialize into? A Ground type maybe? Or a Ghost type? Or Pure Dark? Oh, they're going to a Ground type. Okay, they're going to a Ground type. That's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. They are Choice Banded. We knew that from the start. Volt Switch is not going to work because of the Choice Band. As they go for a Foul Play, which is going to do minimal damage. So that's pretty awesome. They went for a Foul Play. I've never seen Foul Play on these before. Pretty cool, to say the least. Do we Terrestrialize here? No, we don't need to Terrestrialize. We can just go into our Dragoon now. And the reason I say that is purely for the fact that Tyranitar is no longer a Rock type, so it doesn't. I don't think it keeps the special defense boost that it got as a Rock type from the Sandstorm. So they aren't banded, which is crazy to me. It's just max attack or something. That's crazy. So we're going to get buffed by the Sandstorm, which is really unfortunate. I'm going to go straight for the Hydro Steam after Terrestrializing into a Water type because it should KO. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they don't have the special defense boost anymore that you get from being a Rock type. So I'm pretty sure we should be able to KO here, especially given that they're clearly an offensive Tyranitar of some kind. So we could definitely do some damage here. So let's go for the Hydro Steam. Hydro Steam comes through. So boosted by Terrestrialization and Choice Specs. Doesn't quite get the KO, which is really unfortunate, as the Earthquake is going to come through. And that's going to be able to take us out, unfortunately. So we lost our Dragoon. We lost our Walking Wake. Made a couple of misplays this game so far. I think I've just got stage fright, you know. Anyway. So what do we do here? We definitely go Torkoal, right, to get the sun up so that we can get rid of the Sandstorm, so we can preserve our Focus Sash. I think the only way we do this is I think we win this with Zoroark potentially. So let's go into Smoky, get rid of the sand. We'll go for the Drought even. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go for a Stealth Rocks just to break any potential sashes or anything like that. Well, they're saying that they could have took us out there, so I don't know why they've switched out. They're trying to preserve the sand for later, so they're bringing Garchomp. Garchomp's a fine one. Garchomp will definitely do a lot of damage. We go for a Stealth Rock. That's going to do minimal damage to... Well, it's going to be able to do a lot of damage to the Tyranitar if they bring the Tyranitar back in. But I don't think they will. This thing's special. I'm just going to let it Torkoal go down. Screw it. We don't really need to worry about it too much. I'm overthinking it, I think. I think I'm overthinking it. So, anyway, Smoky goes down. Smoky goes down, which is a real shame. What can you do about that? We bring in Zoroark. Zoroark can definitely finish this thing off. Well, not definitely, but we bring in this thing. And the only move I've really got is Hyper Voice here. But I'm going to go for a Nasty Plot. The reason I'm going for a Nasty Plot is purely for the fact that I don't think they can bring us down to a Sash with an Earth Power. If they've got Earth Power. Which they haven't, because they already showed us Earthquake. I don't know why I thought I don't know what I'm thinking here. Let's go for a Nasty Plot. Anyway, this is the only way we're going to get around this. So they do withdraw the Garchomp, which is great. They're going to go into the Tyranitar, which is double great. We're going to be able to get a free Nasty Plot here, which is absolutely fantastic. So Pointer Stones do go into the Tyranitar. They get the Sandstream up, which is kind of a shame because it's going to break our Focus Sash. But what can you do about that? We get a nice and powerful Nasty Plot off. Nasty Plot Magnezone, ladies and gentlemen. Nasty Plot Magnezone. So, Focus Sash is broken. I should really be running Specs on this set, but I didn't have a Choice Specs item spare. So, it's like whatever. We'll just go for a Hyper Voice just to get the KO on the Tyranitar. So, Hyper Voice comes through. Takes out the Tyranitar. Boom. There we go. There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tyranitar goes down. Now, hopefully they bring in Garchomp here, expecting it to be faster. They still have the Iron Valiant in the back, so it's like... I think we've lost the Iron Valiant, to be honest with you. So in comes the Iron Valiant, which makes a lot of sense. Nice and shiny as well, gotta love it. I don't have the texture mods on at the moment because they haven't been updated for the new version of the game. The Quark Drive is going to boost their speed, which is a real shame. And it's a shame we don't have our Focus Sash intact, otherwise we would have been in a good position here. But we're going to go for a Hyper Voice anyway. They go for a Spirit Break, which is not necessarily going to KO. It isn't going to KO, which is great. Absolutely fantastic, in fact. So Zoroark's actually lived in a hit there, which is crazy. We go for a Hyper Voice. That takes out the Iron Valiant, no problem. Down it goes. This is actually a decent position for us to be in. So Sandstorm is going to buff it, which is going to be able to take us right down to 4 HP, unfortunately. In comes the Greninja. So Greninja is a bit of a tough one here. So Greninja, it does outspeed us. I guess we just go for a Hyper Voice and hope for the best here. They go for a Water Shuriken, which is, of course, going to change it to a pure Water type. Water Shuriken comes through. That's going to take out Zoroark, unfortunately. Priority didn't matter there because, obviously, we're slower than Greninja naturally. So... with that in mind, we're going to get buffed by the Sandstorm. I don't think we can win this. I think we can live one hit with Magnezone, and that's about it. So we'll go Magnezone real quick. We'll go straight for that T-Bolt, just to get the damage off. They might go Garchomp here. They go for a Water Shuriken now. Water Shuriken's not the best choice here. I'm guessing they're Choice Specs or Banded or whatever. I can't remember whether Water Shuriken's special or not. They hit us 3 times, which is fine. We go for a T-Bolt, which is going to be able to take out the Greninja, no problem. Down it goes. Down it goes. Down it goes. So that's great. That's just great. In comes the Garchomp. So Garchomp is a problem. They broke our air balloon. We know exactly how this goes down now. We go for a Flash Cannon, they go for an EQ, and that's going to be the game, I'm afraid. So they go for a Fire Blast. They risk the Fire Blast. That could have missed, and we could have gone for a Flash Cannon and got a crit. Not that that's going to happen. So anyway, that was the game. So GG Lionel, that was a pretty fun game. We did lose, unfortunately, but what can you do about that? I did make some misplays here and there. I am well aware of my misplays. But I'm sure some of you are going to remind me in the comment section anyway. But yeah, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.